Hey everyone, this is Patrick Shaka, Editor-in-Chief of Yachting Magazine. I am here today at the Palm Beach International Boat Show with Richard Ford, founder and CEO of Horizon Power Catamarans. And today we're going to bring you the Horizon Power Catamaran PC52. Good morning, Richard.
Morning.
So, Horizon Power Catamarans, been around a long time. We are on the 52. What is the range of power catamarans you currently offer? Where does the 52 fit into that?
So this is our starter size. The 52, you then go up to the 60, the 65, and the 74. So here on the 52, it's a 3-2, 3-guest cabin, 2 heads. We try to maximize the living space for the owner. We find that this yacht has been bought by a client who cruises a lot and lives aboard the boat, so they'll maybe bring another couple, or maybe their kids and some grandkids. So maximum 6 people, but mostly 4.
One of the great things about catamarans is the living space. And as we walk in, you can see we have this open floor plan. You kind of have the furniture kind of defines the spaces. And really, you have an immense amount of volume. So what's the beam on this boat, and how do you kind of build in that space?
Yeah, so the 52 is 22 on the beam. You'll see we've still got nice side decks that you can walk around, but we've pushed the superstructure out to the side of the boat, which really gives it a lovely light and open feeling. And it's a combination of creating furniture that hides what you need to achieve down below. You see, on a monohull, you've got levels, whereas on catamarans, because of the bridge deck, you've got half levels. So when you walk down to the cabin, it's very comfortable because it's only 5 stairs down to the cabin. But you've got to be clever with the furniture. For instance, that's a head box to walk up to the master cabin. So that's a bit of engineering.
So you're building in the form and the function. So you have all the good look, but at the same time, you're then creating the available space you need below decks.
Correct.
Well, another interesting thing about this boat is how you have kind of this aft galley set up, and you have these sliding doors. So then you have the ability to create an indoor-outdoor entertainment space with this. You have this alfresco space back there with the seating and the table. So entertaining, I guess, is a big part of this boat's story.
Yeah, well, people that go out on the water to the Bahamas, the Keys, or just here in South Florida, I think boating is all about entertaining you. If you own a boat, you want to bring your friends and have a good time. Yeah, so you can dine inside at the internal dining table. You have an aft deck, beautiful dining area there, and again up on the flybridge. This boat is powered by twin Cummins QSB 6.7s. That'll give you a top end of like 21 knots, cruising comfortably at 17 to 18. But you can always cruise at 8. And at 8 knots, this boat has a range of 1,500 miles.
So if somebody wants to do the eastern seaboard, start in Maine, stop in Miami.
Correct, they can do that.
Well, a traditional 17-knot cruise, what kind of range do we see?
So you're seeing 450 miles with 1,000 gallons. So you're burning right at about 2 gallons a mile at 18 knots.
And so since you have owners that kind of spend a lot of time aboard, they can spend months, weeks, summers aboard, and they're spending a lot of time out in the water, sea keeping is a big part, because they're going to be spending a lot of time in open water. So your hulls are a little narrower, right? Does that give you, on the sea keeping side, an advantage there?
Well, the overall beam is narrower than some of our competition.
Right.
But that's because the boat was designed as a power cat from the ground up. A number of other catamarans on the market today are a convert from a sailing cat. Now, a sailing cat, you can have a very wide beam of the overall boat because obviously the demi hulls, that's very important to the width of those and that sea keeping capability. Ours are quite a bit wider than normal because you want to be able to carry all this quality. Quality is weight, and so you need a wider hull to keep a shallow draft.
And well, that's an important distinction what you were just talking about earlier about Horizon Power Catamarans, in that you've always been a power catamaran builder. You haven't followed a trend. You're not looking at markets fluctuate and starting to jump in. You have been a catamaran builder from the ground up, and so you've always designed your boats from the ground up to be power catamarans.
Correct. Quality and reliability is our step. I mean, that's what we want to achieve. Because our owners cruise to faraway destinations, reliability is a big thing. Just buzzing from one marina to the other in South Florida, well, you've always got a service tech very close to you. But where our boats cruise, there's nothing down in the Ragged Islands. So, reliability is key.
And so a lot of that comes from the build process. And you were talking earlier about how you have a very high-end construction process for your hulls.
Horizon are a quality class operation, and they're bigger monohulls. It's the same woodworker, the same electrician, the same plumber doing their installation as what you find on a Horizon power catamaran. So, it's big boat mentality.
You look around this boat and you see the fit and finish, you see the grain matching, you see the dovetail joints, everything is perfection. And that is because you have this super yacht quality craftsmanship that's being put into the catamarans as well.
Yes, and then that, quality I find is easy to sell. I think the most commonly used word at a boat show when you open the door, you walk aboard a Horizon power catamaran is, oh wow, because it shows. And it then shows when it comes 4 or 5 years down the line when you want to upgrade to either a bigger boat or get out of boating. You recover your money a whole lot better with a Horizon power catamaran than any of the others.
So we're talking strong resale value.
Very strong resale value. There's 2 transactions when you sell a boat to a client. You sell it to them the first time, but then you've also got to sell their boat. And we've had a number of 3Ps.
Wow.
So that's 6 transactions. And the exit transaction is actually sometimes more important than it's certainly more difficult.
Mm-hmm. So because you have people who are living board for long durations, they're owner-operators. So in terms of operating this boat, what's this flybridge setup look like?
Oh, it's very comfortable. We've got 2 options in the 52. We had one owner who wanted to cruise up in the Great Lakes, and so we did a fully enclosed sky lounge with internal stairs going up into the sky lounge. So you have that option. But down here in South Florida, great visibility while underway, but you've got the uniqueness of being able to open up the hatches and have fresh air, or in our warm, Florida climate where it's humid, you can close it all up and air condition it. It's fantastic.
So then that plays into what kind of level of personalization is available to a PC52 owner?
The layout is pretty much set, but owners can choose if they wanted an additional ice maker on the flybridge. But you've got full customization on wood and leatherettes and details. So it's a fun process for the owner when they're building the boat. And my wife is the interior designer, and she holds the hand of the customer through the process because it can be quite a daunting task. Mm-hmm. And we have a design center here in Florida, and we go through that with them, and they can choose their floors and the leatherettes and the curtains and the wood. And the wood can either go cross grain or can go vertical. Like this boat is a very modern. You'll see it's got all the hard corners and the modern Euro look. We do the rounded corner, traditional soft look as well. So, we've got 53 Horizon PCs, sold, and over 850 Horizon yachts sold, and there are no 2 the same.
So you can really put your stamp on this boat.
You can customize your boat, yeah.
What about in terms of electronics at the helm?
So we prefer a Garmin package, but it's a lovely big Garmin screens with the Garmin autopilot, radars, sounders, and everything. So that's our preferred look. But if an owner's wanting to choose other electronics, we would install that.
So that's again, that's another really great point about this boat. So when this boat comes in and you're getting ready to deliver it to the owner, they turn the key and they can go.
Yeah.
There's no aftermarket, a whole bunch of stuff, installations that have to be done, and they just. We
save the Seacrylic or isinglass for when the boat comes to Florida, because that'll get ruined on a ship across the Pacific. So there's those small things, but the boat takes a little time to commission when we get here, but it's ready to go. There's not a lot of extra stuff.
So what is the build time on a PC52?
52 is 10 to 11 months, and then it depends on the utilization of the mold and the build slots as to when the next available one is. For 2023, we're completely sold out on the PC52s, but we do have some available slots for the 60 and 65.
So we have high quality craftsmanship, we have a sea-keeping hull, we have long range, we have the ability to customize. there's a lot to offer here on the PC52. So if somebody wanted more information on this PC52, wanted to get a closer look, kind of look at all the awesomeness that you have going on here, where would they find that information?
We have our website, which is horizonpowercatamarans.com. And if you're anchored in a bay and you see a PC, our owners will show you around.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you, Richard, so much for your time this morning. So this is Patrick Shaka signing off from the Palm Beach International Boat Show. But stay tuned for more, because more is coming.